Hi folks, Ralph Roberts here in the mountains of western North Carolina, the land of the sky as we like to call it. And I'm bringing back Rapid Ralph. Rapid Ralph was a TV show I had on one of the local stations here in Asheville back in 2005 to 2009. I think I did something like 50 shows, 50 episodes during that time. And it basically consisted of me out on the road on business trips, filming interesting places, putting some voiceover on it, and adding some music. And it was incredibly popular. Even today, people stop me in the grocery store and ask me when I'm going to do another Rapid Ralph, and I give them my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/rapid. youtube.com/Ralph W. Roberts. And it has some Rapid Ralph on it. It has all kinds of stuff. I got like 500 videos on, and there's a lot more coming now that I have the wherewithal to do it quickly. Also, I put Rapid Ralph on Amazon.com. I made DVDs of the shows, and some of those are still available. They don't sell much, but occasionally I get a little bit of money out of it. But anyway, I do it mostly for fun. Now, something that's a game changer that happened just this week, I got an DJI Osmo Pocket, the hot new little camera, gimbal mounted camera that shoots very high quality video, 4K, 60 frames even. And I decided yesterday I really want to try it out. I'd drive out to Hayesville, North Carolina, which is about 100 miles away from where I live. And I thought it'd be a great trip. And I'd get some nice videos because the road goes through some beautiful mountains. Unfortunately, yesterday, the driving conditions were awful. Lots of rain, lots of fog the entire way. But I turned that into a full-length documentary. In the first clip, when this starts, right after I finish this introduction, ignore the part where I say this is a short video. That's sort of like I remember, well, in church, when I was a kid, the preacher would stand up and he'd say, well, I have just a short message. An hour and a half later, when everybody was late for lunch, he finished up and we all said amen because we were glad it was over. I hope you find it amusing and entertaining, and it will show you the capability of the DJ Pocket in adverse conditions for sure. And by the way, here's a little picture of the Osmo Pocket, just so you can see what it looks like. It made by DJI, the Chinese company that's the leader in consumer drones right now. And of course, the drones have a little gimbal mounted camera on them, very high quality, where they can bounce around all over the sky and still give you nice, steady, stabilized shots. And they decided to mount on a little camera that fits neatly in your hand, and sure enough, it's incredible. I love it. So, here we go. Right along with Rapid Ralph, the Lieutenant Colonel, which is now a 2016 Kia Sorento, Jill, the GPS unit, and I like to name my stuff, as you probably already guessed, and I thought quite a bit about what to name the Osmo, and I named it Wild Thing, because it goes all over the place looking for good pictures to pounce on. So, anyway, enjoy. Hello guys, this is Ralph Roberts, also known as Rapid Ralph. I'll take that in a second. It's going to be a very short video. I just want to show you the horrible driving conditions here on Highway 74 in Haywood County in the mountains of western North Carolina. And I'll be going over Balsam Gap, which is a high point, one of the high points of the road, and down into Jackson County. And getting back to the Rapid Ralph for several years, back in the early early 2000s, I had a TV show on. It was on local TV, but it was called Rapid Ralph Runs the Roads. And I simply took pictures of my trips and put a little voiceover and some music, and they became very, very popular to this day. Even though I've been off the air about 8 years, people still stop me in the grocery store and want to know when I'm getting back on. Passing under the Blue Ridge Parkway right now. Now, if I'd had this camera, this is a DJI Osmo Pocket, a little gimbal mounted camera. It is absolutely fantabulous. It is good. If I can make up words, and I certainly can. Now, there's a few traces of snow still on the sides of the road. It's raining like crazy, but the temperature's in the low 40s, so we not have to worry about, at least just yet, it freezing. If it gets cold tonight, it's going to be horrible, but I'll be home well before then. I'm on the way. I live in Alexandria, North Carolina, just outside of Asheville, and I'm on the way over to Hayesville, North Carolina, which means I have to pass over a couple mountain ranges, and that's about a 100-mile drive each way. So, in the meantime, I just got this Osmo Pocket this week, and I'm still learning how to use it, but it's come along great. And it's every bit they say it is. It is absolutely fantabulous. Remember that word. I'm not sure how it's spelled yet, but I'll make up a spelling when I get around to it. See y'all later. I got to pay attention to this road, especially traffic's still sparse because we're in a sparsely settled area. But it's dark and dreary and rainy and foggy and, well, I need to watch the road a little closer. So, that's all for now. Thank you for watching, as ever. Okay, here we are again on the trip to Hayesville, North Carolina. We just passed through Franklin on Highway 74 here in the North Carolina mountains. And if you look at those mountains ahead of us, we're going up and over them. So, but it's a pretty good road. We're on a 4-lane now, but it's very shortly going to be turning into a 2-lane road. In fact, in about 200 or 300 feet here, I see the sign coming up and warning of it. So here we go. We're on 2-lane, and we got half a mile or so, and it's going to start going up. It's a relatively new road. It's not very curvy. It's easy to get over the mountains, unless, like today, there's a whole bunch of rain, but then it can freeze up on you. But it is, according to the outside thermometer on my car, it's 41 degrees out there, so even though it's raining, a lot of water on the road, I don't think we'll have any problem with freezing, but I watch that very closely, and I have an all-wheel drive vehicle, and if you're careful, you can drive on ice. You can certainly drive through snow, but I mean, you can be driving a tank and skid around on ice. It's very dangerous. So, it reminds me of the time when I was in the U.S. Army in Germany. Of course, Germany is much farther north than we are here in the United States. And has very severe winter, and we were in a convoy with several tanks going down a hill and through a village where there was a T intersection at the bottom, and the lead tank just sort of turned around sideways and kept going right through the front of the shop. That cost the government quite a bit. Of course, that was back in the late 60s. So, anyway, I enjoyed my time in Germany. It's perfectly well to stay there, and even with all the wonderful cold weather training we've got. But of course, the Army decided they need this more in Vietnam, and so it's there. So Vietnam's tropical, very, very hot, and but no, we didn't even need our carcass. So it was, all that training was wasted. It is a little curvy as we go up the mountains. I'll keep this on until we go through we're entering the Nantahala National Forest. I'll keep this on until we go to the big cut in the rocks. There's usually a bunch of ice even at this temperature on the sides of the mini gorge that we're going through the top of this mountain. Or the gap in the mountains we go through, to be more precise. I'm using an Osmo Pocket, DJI Osmo Pocket. It's got the camera mounted on a 3-axis gimbal, and I'm holding it against the steering wheel, not really paying any attention to it because, hey, I'm driving in the rain, I gotta be careful. But it is fun to note the camera's twisting this way and that way to keep us getting a steady picture. Uh-oh, that beep, I don't know whether you heard it or not. My car does that when the temperature drops. It's now 39 degrees. It thinks, and it's probably correct, that anything below 40 there's possibility of ice. I think it's not a great possibility. This high, of course, if it gets down around 32 degrees Fahrenheit, we know water freezes at 0 degrees centigrade. But we use Fahrenheit here in the States. That's what I'm used to. And cars are passing, coming down the mountain in trucks, to be precise. So anyway, I've had the Osmo Pocket since Monday, and it's now Friday of this week, and I like it a lot. I carry it along today because, hey, I'm going through the mountains. They have tremendously nice scenery, except of course when it's rainy and foggy like today. So anyway, I'm getting us some pictures. Here we go, a big cut through the mountains. There's still some snow on the sides of the road. We had a big snowstorm last week, and I think we got winter weather advisory for tonight. It's either an advisory or an alert, I forget which now. There's a difference, at least to the National Weather Bureau. So Hayesville, 23 miles. Winding Stair Gap, I missed the elevation. It's high 3,000 feet. So this is pretty neat little film. I mentioned in the previous video, which will be attached to this one, that I used to do a TV show called Rapid Ralph Runs the Roads, and this is one of the roads I filmed 2 or 3 times. But I had a big camera mounted on a tripod behind the seats, and you know, just a whole bunch of equipment. And now I've got a little, as someone described it, the size of a hot dog, and they meant the hot dog without the bun and with no mustard on it. But this is a very simple little thing. It has that camera on the 3-axis gimbal. It's made by DJI, which is the leading company in consumer drones, and they put this same camera on their expensive drones, so that even though the camera's joking about the sky, it still gives you a nice smooth picture with the horizon the same all the way through and everything. This camera's turning itself to keep it A, smooth, and B, level. So that's pretty cool. It is wet and rainy up here in the high hills of western North Carolina. But we do have have cell phone service. There's a tower over there. And I have amateur radio in the car too. I'm W5VE. So I'm in contact even when I'm way out in the wilderness like this. So it's pretty cool. And I mean that in different ways. It's cool in that I can do this. Technology's come a lot farther than the old Brownie Kodak film camera I started taking pictures on over 50 years ago. And now I can shoot, well, this is just 1080p, I think, but I can shoot 4K. I don't think this is scenic enough to deserve shooting at 4K, but it's it'll be faster to edit when I get home. So now we're going to go up again. You go, if you go from Franklin to Hayesville, you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down, you go down. There's a very small up between the two go downs. But the road's pretty straight. There's usually not too much traffic, and you can go pretty fast. Not pretty fast, but by that I mean you don't have any slowdowns. I'm not going fast. I stay under 60 miles an hour even on this road. Because it is patrolled, and if you don't, it's going to cost you money. I haven't had a speeding ticket since 1970, and I don't want to. Yeah, I learned a life lesson with that when I was going back to college after I'd returned home from Vietnam, and there were cars passing me real fast, so I thought I was all right, and the highway patrolman pulled me over and said I was speeding. Well, I was speeding, I just wasn't speeding like the other speeders were speeding. Try saying that. But anyway, here's where the lesson comes in. I said, "Sir, why'd you stop me? The other cars were passing me." And he said, "Son," now this was 1970, and the highway patrolmen were a little bit more good old boy than they are today. He said, "Son, when you're out bird hunting, and you shoot at a bunch of birds, which do you take home?" And of course, being a country boy myself, the answer was immediately obvious. You take home the ones that fall. So that was my life lesson. I learned you take the opportunities you can, not the ones that are speeding by you. So, what can I say? It's getting steep again down through here. Entering Clay County. I was in Macon County in North Carolina, but now I'm in Clay County, which is where I'm going to do the signing. I'm a notary signing agent in this particular company. I wear a number of different hats, but that's what this one is. I also write books. I make documentary films. I have a YouTube channel, which of course is obvious since I'm posting this on YouTube. That was maybe one that looked like there's a little snow mixed with the rain. I believe there is. It's hard to see though. So I'm going to cut it off and pay attention to my driving, and I may get a little bit more on the way home or something. Make this into a full-length video documentary, road trips I call it. My TV show I had was called Rapid Ralph Runs the Roads. Okay, I will be back. Thank you for riding with me. Okay, I'm back. We're descending down into the flatter part of Clay County here in the North Carolina mountains. It's rising old 64. This is actually 64, and I'm not sure where else, but I'm going to be turned off on Cold Branch Road in 8.7 miles. Coming down the hills here. The high hills. The mountains of western North Carolina. These are, I come through here all sorts of times of the year during the four distinct seasons we have. I like it best in the spring and the fall. Everything's getting nicely green in the fall, and in the spring you got lots of dogwood blossoms and things like that. It looks really neat. And in the fall, of course, you've got the color changes of the leaves. Gorgeous multi-hued coat the mountains wear in the fall. Summer, of course, is green. It's nice scenery. And it doesn't get too hot up here at this elevation. And winter's my least favorite time. It's just not very colorful, even when the sun's shining. And of course, the sun is liquid today. We've got rain. I've driven almost 100 miles already, all in the rain and the fog. It's not fun, but I get paid well for it, so I do it. So I've got the car in low gear and just sort of floating down the mountainside here, which is the way of driving these mountains. Don't use your brakes unless you absolutely have to, or you will regret it. I've seen this for decades. The Flatlanders, my apologies if you are a Flatlander, that's anyone who doesn't live in the mountains. You come up from Florida and places like that, just not used to driving in these mountains. They can get in trouble. Wreck their big cars because it's dangerous if you don't understand the basic rules of driving in the mountains. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about people who come up here. Tourism is and remains our main industry in the mountains. Come often, bring your money, leave it here. That's the refrain of all the souvenir stands and attractions around the mountains. Throw a little bit my way, I wouldn't mind it. Now, we're very hospitable because, again, we specialize in treating tourists well, so they'll come back. Getting down in the flat part now. Put the car back in drive. Yawn to pop my ears because with the rapid change in elevation, your ears pop. The road gets a little boring now. As you can see, it's straight for a long way ahead. So I'm going to turn off the camera again, and possibly I'll see you yet once more on the way home. Thank you for riding with me. This is Rapid Ralph. Okay, I'm back just for a moment here. One thing I forgot to do is you just flip around the camera on its 3-axis gimbal and get a shot of yourself driving. Just add a little bit more personality to my film here, my little road trip. And I'm having a good time. I'm 3.1 miles from my turn. I'm about 8 minutes from where I'm going. So back to paying attention to what I'm doing. And thank you for riding along with Rapid Ralph here in the mountains of western North Carolina. Well, here I am down about a mile or so from the Georgia line in near Hayesville, North Carolina. Got my assignment done. I'm heading to my next assignment, which is about 80 miles away over in Haywood County, but at least that's going back towards home. Having a lot of fun. It's still wet and rainy. Temperature is 40 degrees here, so no worries about the road freezing. So anyway, we are having fun, kinda. As I drive here through the western North Carolina mountains. Thank you for riding along with me. More later. Alrighty. We're getting along here, going back over the mountains between Franklin and Hayesville. We're now going to Franklin. There's definitely some snow mixed in with the rain here now, and it's dropped to 37 degrees. In fact, it's dropped about 4 degrees since I left Hayesville, which was about 10 minutes ago. Ha-ha! That's because of the gaining in elevation. Well, a truck coming up behind me. I'm going to wait before I try to ice this truck. There he goes by me. That is snow for sure. Okay, so I'm going to ice the big dump truck there, looks like. Whatever it is. Going to apply spray off the highway. Big red truck, okay. I have both hands up. This is a nice thing about the Osmo Pocket. I have both hands up the that's not snow. I have both hands on the steering wheel. I'm keeping it there, and I just hold the Osmo Pocket in one hand, which is still most on the wheel. It doesn't matter. This is one of the beautiful things about this camera with the 3-axis gimbal. It doesn't matter if I turn the wheel, as I am to change lanes now. It stays straight. Or pretty much so anyway. It stays level. It does a great job. I highly recommend the Pocket. You know, it's yeah, look at that snow. This is not rain. There may be a little rain mixed in the snow. Originally there was snow mixed in the rain. That has the preponderance has changed. Okay, we're passing across, we're entering the East Tennessee River Basin. And we're dropping down to 2 lanes. This is not bad. I've driven through here in much worse weather. The road is still wet as long as it doesn't freeze over. We're okay. So we're looking good. We're riding along. Doesn't seem to be laying much on the sides yet. Doing well. Turning the steering wheel quite a bit, but you're not seeing it on the camera. I can see the gimbal mounted camera turning various ways to keep track. Wow, that's pretty good snow. Oh well, that's what we go through up here in the mountains. So I'm going back to driving. I'll check in with you later. Thank you for riding along with me. I hope you're not getting cold. Actually, I have quite a good heater in here. So this is Rapid Ralph. More later. Well, here I am again, still snowing. The temperature has dropped to 32 degrees. So I want to get out of these mountains before it starts turning to ice. And I got plenty of time to do that. I'm about 15 miles or so from Franklin. But once I get down out of the mountains, it'll be good. It is laying on the side of the road there, as you can see. So the storm is coming in earlier up here in the high elevations, crossing from Clay County into Macon County Franklin is in. Glad I have full all-wheel drive. If I were to come back here tomorrow, which I'm not going to, it'd be a lot worse conditions. I didn't see a report for a major snow accumulation, and we've already gone down a little bit, so it's not as bad as it was about a mile ago. Not as wide on the side of the road as it was back up when I went to the top of the gap there. We've got one more gap to go through, and then it's downhill from there. Of course, downhill and snow and ice is not always good. Sometimes you go real fast. So. But I assure you, I've driven millions of miles, and I'm very careful, and I don't take chances. Not even when filming. As I told you about the Rapid Rouse TV show, I filmed while moving many times, but I do not recommend you try this at home. Or wherever you are when you're driving. You've got to keep track of stuff and realize safety first. I'm not even looking at the camera. And luckily, and this again is one big advantage of the DJI Osmo Pocket. Once you set it to track the road, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to look at it. It's going to be smooth, and it's going to look pretty good. The only problem I might have, and I've had with other cameras, is when rain and other precipitation, like snow, is hitting the windshield, it can mess up the focus in the distance. So hopefully it'll still be clear. Of course, it does seem to do a whole lot better with the windshield wipers going in front of it than my other camera. We shall see what we shall see on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ralph W. Roberts, R-B-E-R-T-S, that's for Roberts, R-E-L-P-H W-R-O-B-E-R-T-S, youtube.com/Ralph W. Roberts. Click, share, share, like, and subscribe, because I put up all kinds of videos. I do trip videos, I do special effect videos, I do technical help videos, I do just wild things that I like to do. And if you like to be entertained, that's what I'm all about. I don't have no politics, no religion, just informative and entertaining. That's what I do. Family channel. As long as the family's a little tolerant. Anyway. Here we are in the snow. I'll be back maybe 1 or 2 times before I finish. I'm not filming a continuous trip like I used to, because those get way too long and take too long to render out in post. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. Back for just a moment. We're going through Winding Stair Gap here above Franklin in Macon County. And during the winter, ice freezes on the sides of these rock walls that are cut through to get the road to a reasonable altitude up here in the mountains. And you see guys climbing the ice, which I think is really dangerous, but they do it. So anyway, it's all downhill from here into Franklin, and I've put my car in low gear now, so I can. We got a slow truck. That's what it is up front. Gotta keep your eye on the ball. In this case, the slow trucks. The reason trucks go slow down through here, the big trucks, is if they lose their brakes, it's a fast trip on down. But they have these sand traps several places where if a truck is out of control, they can run up the sand trap and they'll stop them. Kinda, it's a rough stop, but at least they're still alive. And occasionally those sand traps get used. I think we're coming up on one pretty soon. Yeah, runaway truck ramp, 1 mile. And it looks like he maybe has, it's hard to tell. Maybe it's logs or something, but anyway, got a bunch of heavy stuff on the truck. So we're down to below 40 miles an hour as we travel down through here. My pocket. Despite this is lousy conditions to film. I'm going to be very dark, foggy. I think we're back to just rain now. We went through some good snow though on this trip. But the pocket handles it and puts out a good quality picture with what it's got anyway. So again, more later. Okay, we're lower down the mountain now towards Franklin. It's turned to rain and the temperature is back up to 37 degrees. So I got through the patch where it was getting below freezing. It was certainly right at freezing at 32. 0 degrees centigrade for those of you in Europe. Hi guys. And wie geht's Ihnen? Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Wo ist das? Yo tengo en la escuela 2 años de español, pero hablo muy malo. And I know very little French. English is a foreign language to me. Yeah, well. That's the way it goes as we go down the mountain. More later. Thank you. Yeah, this is down in the had to yawn to pop my ears with the change in altitude. Sorry. Little snow on the ground back over there, not much. Reach down to get to my turn signal so I can get in the slow lane here. Not that there's hardly any traffic. 2 cars behind me, 1 or 2 up front. And our next stop is Franklin. I have to go to UPS and put these documents in Next Day Air, and then I'm on out to Clyde, North miles from here. And then I got one stop in Waynesville, North Carolina, which is only about 30 miles from home. And then I can go home. Well, let's see. Yeah, the signing in Clyde, I just scanned and emailed back. And the one in Waynesville, I don't have to drop docks because the dealership I'm going to handles that. So I can go home, get on my ham radio and see what kind of stations I work in Europe and places like that. Great hobby. Been a ham for maybe 56 years shortly this next year in May. So okay, 55 and a half years, that's what good though. Never got old, still love the hobby. People think it's old fashioned, but it's not. We're always on the bleeding edge of communications technology. I do a lot of digital stuff. I'm a real nerd. I am, and proud of it. Early adopter of new gadgets like this Osmo Pocket. I love it so far. It's great. I mean, it is fantastic. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Now, if I hit the button here, it flips the camera back around and on the gimbal, and I'm looking at the rainy highway. Let's see what that sign says. No, you turn there and go by your ball. Been there, done that. And it's pretty boring out through here. Sorry, Macon County, but this is not your most attractive highway. There are a lot of beautiful places in this county, though, as are most of the counties, well, all of the counties in Western North Carolina. Okay, enough for now, more later. Rapid Ralph. I go places you don't even know are places, so you don't have to. My stop is completed in here in Franklin. They had good Christmas cookies at the UPS store where I stopped to drop off the packages. Just finishing those up, and here we go. We're on the access ramp to Highway 74. And also still 64 here, not that any of you probably care, but I do. I gotta flip on my turn signal, although there's nothing coming, I still like to do it.
Drive 20 miles.
Okay. 20 miles to Silva, that's the next town I go through. We're bypassing Franklin. Franklin's over at the town. Franklin's over on the left, crossing the Little Tennessee River, which flows into the Tennessee River, which flows into the Gulf of Mexico. A lot of people don't realize is us being in North Carolina, they think all our rivers go to the Atlantic. Well, not on this side of the Eastern Continental Divide. All the rivers, like the French Broad through Asheville, the Little Tennessee, and the Colasaja here in Franklin, they all go to the Gulf of Mexico. So, oops, red light's still red. Car moved and gave me a false indication that we were ready to go. Gotta watch stuff. There we go, that's definitely green. Okay. Unless something really exciting comes up, this is up to about 2 hours, I think, according to the. No, I'm sorry. This clip is 2 minutes, but it is getting the. I'll put all the clips together I've done. It is getting pretty long, but this is going to be a full-length documentary. My first in a year or two. First full Rapid Ralph video trip, mid-trip. And I will edit it up this evening and put it on YouTube for your enjoyment. Some of you really like my trip vids. So, and the rest of you probably left by now. So anyway, this Rapid Ralph with the I got the colonel now. I used to have the lieutenant colonel when I was doing these on the TV. Jill, the GPS here, not bad. I've been trying to come up with a name for the, I like to name my stuff, for the camera, the Osmo Pocket. And I'm leaning towards Wild Thing because it's all over the place. That little gimbal mounted camera on top, just looking all around, ready for any kind of trouble. It's Wild Thing. So we'll see how that works out. I can always change it if I want to. If you have a better suggestion for a name for my little camera, please put in the comment below. Let me know. I may choose one. And if I like it, I'll send you something if I use it. An autographed book, one of my books autographed or something nice like that. I really love books too. Anyway, all the best. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, etc., etc. Whatever flavor you like of holiday cheer is, even if it's just wild turkey or something. That would be holiday cheer. Do they still make wild turkey? I don't know. Anyway, all the best. This is Ralph Roberts, Rapid Ralph, in the mountains of western North Carolina on a cold, rainy winter's day. We're here on Upper Bald Creek Road, B-A-L-D, Bald Creek. In Haywood County, in the mountains of western North Carolina, Haywood County. This is just a little bonus I'm including since I'm out in this area. Mostly farming up here, scattered homes. But I enjoy coming up in this area. It's I turned off of Upper Crabtree and now I'm on Bald Creek, and my next turn will be, and it's snowing again up here, getting pretty high. And my next turn is on Triple Creek, and I think there's one creek after that before I get to where I'm going, which will be in about 2 minutes. I better pay attention to stuff. So this, again, just a little extra bonus of some pretty country. This is really nice in the sunshine in the spring and fall. And I'll be back and I'll get it. Okay, coming back down Crabtree Road. I'm sorry. Coming back down Bald Creek Road. And I'll be turning on Upper Crabtree Road. It's snowing. Of course it's snowing. It's been eventually snowing everywhere I went today. But it's just flurries, you know. It won't get bad probably until tonight. At least according to the weather report I saw last. So anyway, it's been a good trip. I have, I can ask the GPS and I can tell you exactly the time it'll take to get me home from here. Well, I'm done for the day. Let's get another call.
7 miles on Bald Creek Road.
It's now 2:27 p.m. I'll be home at 3:17 p.m. So like 30 minutes. So like 40 minutes to me. But that's not too bad. Considering I've already driven almost 2 200 miles today, most of them in rain and or snow. Seem to be picking up a little bit. I started this business 12 years ago. One of the, I think, 3 small companies now I have active. It's always been good to us. Makes pretty good money. I get to go a lot of interesting places at interesting times. Look at that snow down through there. I don't know if that shows up on the camera or not. Some cows over in the field. They're not too happy about the snow. I don't know. They're still grazing. They're probably taking it in stride. Cows are pretty complacent. They don't worry about what they can't change. Unlike humans, I suppose. So anyway, that's what I know. As ever, thanks for riding with me. And you'll be seeing, now that I have this Osmo Pocket, you'll be seeing a lot more video from me. Enjoy. Goodbye and good night. Or at least good afternoon.